Go back to Lawson Naidoo from the Council for Advancement of the South African Constitution. Apologies, first of all, Mr. Naidoo. We had to cut you there while you were speaking to go back to the first citizen of the country who was addressing the media. But we were talking about his comment where he says that state capture has basically damaged the public's, trust in the law of the country.
Well, it's had a huge impact, I think, as the President said, on the rule of law, on confidence in democratic institutions, and in particular that in the law enforcement sector, in the criminal justice sector, the police, the Hawks, the NPA, and the like. And, that's going to take a long time to rebuild. We know that processes of, appointing new leadership of some of those institutions has commenced, as it has at SARS and at other key institutions. But, it's going to take some time to rebuild public trust and confidence in those institutions. And, that's something it's very difficult to put a price on. And it has certainly had an impact on the effectiveness of our democracy. But we have to be thankful that ultimately the Constitution and the rule of law held firm. The independent judiciary that we have in South Africa held firm, and the courts were really the organ of state that stood between us maintaining our democracy and becoming a failed state.
Mr. Naidoo, I'm going to get into trouble with the people who are directing the show, but if you could just be very short with this answer. In terms of the President mentioning in his closing address that he just wanted to make it, to put it out there that he's the only sitting President who has agreed to come on and be asked questions, and he says that he was asked by his counterparts in the continent, what is he thinking, agreeing to be questioned about corruption in the country. What did you make of that?
Well, I think, we mustn't underestimate the importance of a sitting president coming and testifying before a commission of inquiry. It is an unusual situation. The report of the inquiry will, as we know, go to the president himself, and he will be tasked with implementing the recommendations that come from Deputy Chief Justice Zondo. So it is an important step, but it was a very necessary step, because if we are going to start this process of rebuilding confidence in our democracy, it was incredibly important for the President to appear, whatever one may think of the responses that he gave to the questions that were posed to him.
All right, CASAC's Lawson Naidoo, thank you very much for your time and for staying with us even during the time that we had to cut him off to go to the President.